Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing amazing. Today, we are back again with an awesome guest with us for our digital lives. I'm your host, Sadie, one of the film managers at Digital Summer Clinic, and I'm with.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vince. I'm also a field manager here at the Digital Summer Clinic. Thank you for joining us on our last episode of the Digital Lives for the Digital Marketing Workshop. I can't believe we're here. The time flew by really fast, but what a great guest we have today to end our run. Who do we have today, Sadie?
On today's episode, we have the director at the Center for Digital Engagement and the Digital Summer Clinic, none other than our mentor, Bud Gibson. Hello, Bud. How's it going?
Oh, it's going well. Yes, it's been quite the run. It's really interesting to be on the receiving end of one of these. I've been watching them and asking questions, and you sort of see how it works. So I'm really happy to be with you guys today.
Yeah, it's good to see you here as well. So just it's a just quick introduction of you so that our viewers know who you are and what you do. So could you tell us about your history, your experiences, and what you do for the Center for Digital Engagement as well as Digital Summer Clinic?
Okay, well, as it turns out, my post-college career now spans 40 years. So I'm going to spare you a minute, detailed recounting and just try and hit some of the highlights. So I'm currently a professor at Eastern Michigan University in the marketing department. I founded the Center for Digital Engagement and also the Digital Summer Clinic. And both of those have been going strong now for we're in our we're in our 10th year basically for both of them. They kind of came about at the same time. Prior to that, I was a professor at the Ross School at University of Michigan. My deep background starting in undergrad school, I wasn't in business at all. I was a French and linguistics double major. And I kind of wandered around learning different languages. I got fluent in French and actually had my high school degree from there. I got fluent in Arabic, lived in Egypt and also Morocco. Ultimately, I went back to get an MBA at the Wharton School. This is 35 years ago I did this. And then I got launched on a consulting career that lasted about 4 or 5 years, met my wife in Boston, got married, and then went back to get a PhD at Carnegie Mellon University in computer and information systems at their business school there. And one of the top schools in the country for that kind of thing. And then, ultimately came to Michigan, and the rest is as I just recounted it. So have done a lot of different things.
So, uh, working in a digital summer clinic, as you all know, our digital marketing workshop is coming up, the age of AI. Hope to see you all there. So, since that event is talking about AI, what are your thoughts on AI in the business world nowadays? And how have you seen the impact of AI being used?
Well, I'll say one thing, and I left this comment up there. We have an ad campaign we're running on Facebook, and it attracts all sorts of interesting comments and reactions. And a lot of them are kind of negative, like AI is going to ruin art, it's going to ruin this, it's going to ruin that. One I left up, and I generally kind of hide that sort of thing, to be perfectly honest with you. One that I left up was about John Connor, who you may recall was the protagonist in Terminator. He was the guy who sent Terminator back to save us from the AI robots. And it was quite funny. It said, I'm kind of watching y'all like an AI, and had a little picture of him there. It's not that. Okay. AI is really advanced pattern recognition and response as we see it today. And sometimes that can be really sophisticated. Like I use natural language, okay, so the language you produce, patterns of words, and I ask it to write a computer program for me, and then it goes and it produces that as its output. So it's learned to recognize uh, things in natural language. And then, knowing the target computer language, which it studied many, many examples of, it's learned to take what it recognizes and what you say in English and then spit back out things that seem like they would be correct for a computer program. And the better AIs are really good at that, but they're not perfect. So you've got advanced pattern recognition and response. Now in business, how is that useful? Well, one place I see it being very useful is actually in computer programming. And I've incorporated it into my digital marketing classes where students do some HTML. And so we use that, and it's a real game changer. Then the other thing is in things like real-time translation, it works very well for that. It can work well for voice of the consumer and also generating things like thumbnail images and other types of images to illustrate a point. And so things where you would not have hired a translator or would not have been able to hire a graphic designer, you might be able to reach out to an AI, and because it was just cost prohibitive, you might be able to reach out to an AI and say, hey, could you do this for me? It won't be necessarily as good. In fact, it often is not, but it's good enough.
Wow, thank you so much for your insight. That was a lot of information, but very helpful. Okay, so just like Vince said, our digital marketing workshop for this year is happening on 17th of November, right? And there might be people who's watching for the first time, like this digital live thing. So, but could you tell us what the digital marketing workshop is all about and what people should expect this year?
Well, this will actually be our 13th year. And we started this thing. So we started the workshop before the Center for Digital Engagement or the clinic or any of that stuff. And the main goal of this workshop has been the same from the beginning, which is to build a bridge from the university community out to the business community. And that means everybody in the university community. So that's faculty, staff, students, and then the business community is writ large. It could be people from large companies, small companies, and so each year we try to find a topic that's sort of like in the news and sort of on at the top of everybody's minds. And so we saw this rise of AI, and we said, well, all right, we think we can say some things about that. We have all sorts of alums and other friends in the community using AI. And so, what can we do to kind of make sense of all of this? So we gathered together a group. I'm particularly excited. We have our alum, Chris Pruchet, who was on, I think, towards the very beginning of this fall series, built a $100 million company, 3D printing company called Origin, is now an AI angel investor. He has a great story to tell. I've been reviewing his slides for the upcoming keynote, and he's going to kick us off, and he's going to kind of set the stage. Then we're going to go into growth marketing with AI, going to have a great panel, including people from Google, Ada Health, Popeyes, and also some members of our startup community, particularly from TechStack, and they're going to talk about using AI basically to fuel growth. Growth is what it's all about when you're a small business, and so what are ways you can leverage AI to help your growth marketing efforts, and those would be things like advertising and content marketing, creating content to pull people in. Then we're actually going to go in and have a panel focused on content creation. And we have the VP of Marketing and Communications for the Detroit Pistons, and he's going to talk about how they have used AI in some of their productions. And we have Ryan Redoute, that Michigan guy who he came this summer to the clinic. So both of you might remember him from that. And he's a one-man show content creator, an influencer, and he's going to talk about how he has leveraged AI to help him with various mundane tasks of content creation. Then we're going to cut, and those are only a few of the speakers. Okay, just kind of hitting a few highlights. Then we're going to come back and we're going to sum it all up at the end of the day with a panel consisting of keynote speaker and then a couple of folks from each of the other panels, and sort of say, what have we learned today? So I think it should be very good. We have sold out, but we will still have some tickets at the door for people who just happen to show up, and well worth the price of admission.
All right. Thank you so much, Bud. Looks like the guest speakers are like really nice. So looking forward to it. So yeah, before we head out, I want to thank everyone again for watching our digital live today, and thank you so much, Bud, again for giving your time and talking with us. And hope the digital marketing workshop will be wonderful like every other year. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Digital Summer Clinic, and all our media platforms so that you won't miss anything related to it. And also, it's just 3 days remaining for the workshop. So, still can't believe it. So, don't forget to get your tickets, just like Bud said. This year's workshop is going to be on 17th of November. So, we'll hope to see you there.
And to everyone watching, thank you again for watching our last episode of the fall season of our digital marketing, our digital lives for the digital marketing workshop. Thank you so much again, Bud, for joining us today. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. And to our other previous guests, thank you all so much for being here to make this season great. We hope to bring you more excitement and questions at our digital marketing workshop, which again is on November 17th. Which is this Friday. Can you believe it? Be there, be square. Thank you all. We hope to see you there. Bye.